Well, on this week's show, we have news about Disney Vacation Club's Pixar Father's Day lunch. Shh. The Whispering Canyon goes quiet. And new dining coming to Japan, and so much more on this week's Disney Parks Podcast.
Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Caselnova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
We know that coming to Walt Disney World can be very overwhelming with all the fast passes, the dining reservations. Even getting from attraction to attraction can be extremely overwhelming. But we've got a friend that can help you make your next trip to Walt Disney World even more magical. It's Ramon and Theme Park Concierges. You can visit themeparkconcierges.com or call them at 407-257-9973. Ramon and his amazing team of VIP concierges will take care of you from the moment you arrive at the park until the moment you go back to your resort. They can take care of you for a 4-hour time slot or a full day. It all depends on what you need. They can take care of your dining reservations, your fast passes, and even make sure that you find even more magic hidden in the Disney parks. Well, contact our friends, themeparkconcierges.com, or call 407-257-9973 and tell them your friends over at the Disney Parks Podcast sent you. All right. A little Interventions music. I love Interventions music. I should let that play a little longer. But we should let that play. I love it. I love Interventions.
We'll probably get YouTube tagged for it.
Yeah, we probably will have to be very cautious about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so glad that you guys are here. Welcome to the show. So yeah, busy weekend. Happy Mother's Day from Tony and I. Happy late Mother's Day, I should say.
For all the mamas.
For all the mamas out there. And so it was a busy weekend. My anniversary was yesterday.
Yep.
So that was a busy. We celebrated our anniversary season this weekend. So I'll go ahead and ask you because you did way more than I did. What did you do this weekend?
I did so much I had to write it down on a piece of paper.
Wow.
All right. Friday went to Raglan Road, and here's something I learned about Raglan Road. It's very loud in there.
What?
I had a hard time having a conversation with my cousins.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That were from, between the band playing and the stomping, and then people screaming and yelling and hooting and hollering.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. I literally, we were next to each other yelling at each other.
Yeah.
It's loud. The food is still pretty good, even though Kevin left.
Yeah.
I think he left the recipes behind.
I'm sure he did.
So that was good. That was Friday. Then Saturday morning.
Yes.
Went to Ravello for their Goofy and Pal breakfast. They do this on Thursdays and Fridays. It's a buffet breakfast, and you get Goofy, Mickey, and Minnie in Four Seasons golf wear.
Nice. Don't they do it on Saturdays?
Yeah, I said Thursdays and Saturdays.
Right. You said Thursdays or Fridays. That's okay.
Okay. Thursdays and Saturdays. It's $38 per person for the full buffet.
Nice.
And there was a lot of food. I mean, I had 2-3 plates. It was really good stuff, obviously.
Of course.
But the thing I will tell you is we went at 10 o'clock, which is, they close at noon.
Right.
So it's from, 7 o'clock in the morning to like noon or whatever. So we went at 10 and then kind of, took our time, and we kind of lingered all the way to like noon.
Right.
So the characters really don't leave. There was like 4 tables, and we had Mickey, Minnie, Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy almost to ourselves.
Wow.
I mean, they would go and doing a little bit more things with the kids, but they would always come by the table and do something with us, and so I would say go late,
right,
and then kind of linger to the end. And they kind of do what they do at Chef Mickey's about like every 25 minutes. Something comes on the speakers, and you get up and you clap with Goofy and his pals, and
Right.
You know.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good time.
Excellent. So that's Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Then Saturday night, our friends Raphael and Jen texted me and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "Nothing." "Hey, let's go out for dinner." So we went over to Olivia's.
Because he can.
Because he can. So I went back towards... back where I started.
Toll Roads loved you this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. And Raphael had never eaten at Olivia, so we...
Get out.
Yeah. He's definitely not in our category of Disney dining.
Well, he had a little bit of a...
break.
Hold up.
So we ate there. The food's always pretty good there.
Sure.
Yeah. It's not... It's very cheap. I consider it Disney cheap.
It's inexpensive for Disney.
Yeah.
You know, quality's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's laid back. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's Key West.
Yeah, it is. And then Sunday night, I went to the Whispering Canyon Cafe. Shh. We can't wake up any of the people.
Would you like some ketchup? Yes, ketchup, please. Thank you.
Just one. Bring one only, please.
You're only allowed one, sir.
So we'll talk more about what happened over there, but I think they downsized that menu. Like I said, they have about 6 entrees now and the skillet, and that's it. They used to have a whole bunch of salads and other kind of entrees, and they've all gone off them. And the weird thing, too, wasn't on their normal menu. It was a piece of paper. Like they had just printed that afternoon. You know, hey, go over to Kinko's, get 100 of these made.
Yeah.
So
we're not doing the full menu. We're only doing 6 things.
So I think they're changing things there, and they're not ready to print it and laminate it.
Sure.
You know, so...
hey, when you guys were over at Livia's, did you guys do the wine flight? Did you guys do the wine tasting?
No.
I may have to do that over
there.
So is that it? Is that your weekend?
Yeah, that was it.
My weekend started off at Epcot because we had not gotten our pass holder magnet, you know, because magnets are the big thing now.
Because Disney's in the magnet business.
Because Disney apparently is now partnering with a magnet company. And we found an Etsy store that's doing custom magnets now.
Oh
my God. They look just like the... Anyway. So so we went over and we got our Minnie Mouse magnets. Yeah, we got our Minnie Mouse magnets. And then we went to Cava de Tequila and hung out there for a little bit. And then we went over and there was a little...
Did you get snookered?
We did get snookered. I don't get snookered usually. I don't drink to get snookered. I drink to hang out with friends. Right. So then we went over. On the way home, there's a winery near our house that we've gone into from time to time. And our favorite person was there working, Jill. And we hung out there. We came in too late. Jill got us a couple of glasses on the house for our anniversary. And then the next day, Sarah had to work in the morning, and then we had a whole evening festivities planned. So we started off back at the winery again because we wanted to do something different. So we went to the winery, had a cocktail, and then we went over to Sanaa over at Kidani Village, the Animal Kingdom Lodge. We went down and had bread service.
Did you have the all 12 bread?
They've pared it down now to 9.
I bet the hot one's gone.
4 pieces of bread. No, I can't remember which ones they had left. But anyway, so they pared it down just a hair. And we hung out there for a bit. That was great. And then we went over to a dessert and a cocktail place in downtown Orlando.
That shall not be named.
That shall not be named. But if we're friends on Facebook, you probably saw where I went. And it wasn't lewd or anything bad. It was just the name is pretty risque. And then Sunday... we had Mother's Day brunch, Mother's Day / anniversary brunch.
Nice.
And that's about it. We didn't do anything crazy on Sunday. We didn't
Wait,
do any
did you have
Disney.
Home brunch or?
No, we wound up going. Okay, so we found out that the winery that we went to was having this really cool blowout brunch thing. It was really inexpensive. So we wound up going. We hadn't been there in like 3 months, and we went 3 times in a row.
Wow.
And so we went back, and it was great. The upstairs was really cool. It's a great little venue for wedding receptions or weddings on the lawn.
Right.
They got hit the hardest during Hurricane Irma. They had a tool house that was completely disappeared.
Wow.
So good folks out there. So we wound up going there for their brunch thing, throwing some support to the locals. And then we went to Target, and checked out all their Disney stuff over there. So that was fun. So yeah, that was my weekend. Good weekend.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Had fun.
So anything else you want to add before we get into the shoe?
No, I think that's it.
All right. So there's nothing else we can do then, my friends. Say it with us now, then get into the news.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
Wakanda forever. Oh, sorry. Felt led by God to say that. Disney Vacation Club members can now celebrate Father's Day with Pixar pals at Disneyland Resort. Oh.
Nice.
You have to go over to Disneyland, buddy.
I may have to.
If you grew up watching Pixar movies with your dad, or you are a dad and watch Pixar movies like Tony, you can now celebrate together by hanging out with your favorite Pixar characters. This year's Disney Vacation Club members' Father's Day lunch is inspired by Pixar Fest because we just believe everything needs to be tied together in one sexy bow.
That's right.
Happening at Disneyland Resort at the Grand California Hotel and Spa, the made-for-members lunch will include Pixar-themed games and activities, arts and crafts, photo locations, and meet and greets with Pixar characters. Tables will be set for parties as large as 16 people. Ooh. The full payment of $53.95 plus tax for each guest 10 and older, or $29.95 plus tax for ages 3 through 9, is due at the time of booking with a credit card guarantee. Wow. Cancellations must be made at least 48 hours in advance to avoid surrendering the full payment. This is presented as part of Membership Magic and will be at the hotel's Sequoia Ballroom on June 17th from 12 until 2 p.m. You get a 2-hour dealio.
Yeah.
Call member services for reservations.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I wonder why they're not doing one out here.
God only knows. Because you're not doing Pixar Fest, I guess.
Yeah, but isn't there going to be a Father's Day brunch or lunch or something?
I don't know, buddy.
Yeah. I don't know either.
It'll be the Contemporary.
Probably. Hey, Japan is getting yet another Japanese restaurant.
You mean the Japan Pavilion?
Yes.
I think Japan as a country
well, the
has
country,
its own.
Every
restaurant over there is Japanese, technically, I guess.
I did have Italian food when I was in Japan. It wasn't that good. The
Shocking.
Yeah, exactly. The new table service restaurant coming to Japan that we first told you about back in January has now been confirmed by Disney as an internal memo to cast members. According to the information, the restaurant will be offering guests a signature dining experience inspired by the natural beauty of Japan. The restaurant seating will draw from both nature and the takum, which means artisan in Japanese, and the relationship between Japanese craftsmanship and the natural world, and what will be evident throughout the space.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds thrilling. The restaurant will be operated by the same company that operates Teppanydo and Tokyo Dining, as well as the merchandise pavilion. I think it's like Mitsushubi or something like that, if I can't remember. When complete, this new restaurant will add to the rich tapestry of authentic culture experiences available to guests in World Showcase, as the document explained. No further information about the opening date is available at the time, but stay tuned for more.
Where are they putting this thing, you think?
I have no idea.
I wonder if they're putting it in like the little museum thing that they have, like when you walk all the way through, and it was always like the history of
Japan.
Manga.
Yeah.
I don't know. Unless they put it at the bottom, because they have a elevator service to the
I don't
kitchen.
Know. Maybe build another building. There is a little space between that, where the little ice cream place is.
Right.
I mean, they could take that over that space. I don't know.
Try to pack a whole lot into that little itty bitty space.
I know.
I mean, Germany,
I don't think they'll get rid of the store because they sell a lot of stuff there.
Germany has one restaurant.
Yeah.
And then
Italy's got 3.
Italy's got 3. American has 1.
Morocco's got 1.
Morocco's got 2.
Oh, they got the quick service and the sit down.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like
France has got 2.
2 in the patisserie and the ice cream place.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they're trying to cram a whole lot in. Plus, France is getting ready to get the Ratatouille ride.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how they're going to use that. We need a couple of new countries to move in, guys. It's just that simple. That's what we need. That's what we need.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so meetup number 1 coming up in 1 week, next Saturday.
Yep.
Next Saturday, May 26th, we're going to be at Baseline Tap House at 7 p.m. Meet us for a cocktail if you so wish. And then we hope to meander over and see the Star Wars fireworks around 9-ish. So come and maybe next Monday I'll announce. I have some things I want to give away that I need to get rid of. So you make it sound so appealing. I may have some things I need to release to the wild, and I'll tell you what the code word is in order to get them. We'll save them for next week.
Honey badger.
Yeah. Then June 23rd at 2 p.m. We're going to the Port Orleans French Quarter for some beignets.
Nice.
And then on June 28th we're going to Andy's Lunchbox. If we can get in.
If it really opens.
Yes. We'll be in the new Toy Story Land. That'll be 2 p.m. on July 28th. So stay tuned for that. Hey, we're still looking for bloggers, photographers, videographers, people that can do some news, and people that go to the parks and want to write about, take pictures of new stuff they stumble across. I try to do that. When I go to the parks, take pictures of crazy things I see. I think I had pictures I probably should post soon. Before they become old news. Don't forget you can listen to the show not only on Stitcher and podcasts and all those kind of things, but your Amazon Echo and your Amazon Dot and your Google Home. We still have a couple items on sale at the Disney Parks store, so go to disneyparks.com/store and go check out what we have on sale. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to rate us and review us wherever you watch us.
Excellent. Hey, Tony.
Yes?
Have you been wanting to adopt a Banshee, but you're just frustrated because there's just not enough place that you can adopt one inside or outside of Disney parks?
No.
Okay, well, when Pandora, the World of Avatar opened last year at Disney's Animal Kingdom, the hands-down most popular souvenir was the Banshee toys from Wind Traders.
Ooh.
Selling like hotcakes, those little buggers were.
Right.
Last fall, the supply of the toy was sufficient and so insufficient, it should say, that Disney started selling them online at DisneyShop.com.
Wow.
That was the first time anyone could adopt a Banshee without visiting Pandora. And see, this is the problem that I have with it. Disney doesn't care enough about these poor little animals to make sure that you come to Pandora and be checked out. You should
be vetted.
You should be vetted. Yeah. Just adopting Banshees willy nilly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like pit bulls. There'll be the pit bulls of 2018.
Or kids.
I swear, kids. Or rutabagas. Anyway, now there's one way to get the squawking little creatures without visiting the land inside of Disney's Animal Kingdom at the Outpost shop located just outside the gates of the park.
Ooh.
Believe that?
No.
The Banshee.
So they don't want you to go inside the park and spend more money. They'll now allow you to just spend that little bit amount of money outside.
Oh, Tony. For those guests who can't afford to get into the park, they still want your money.
All right.
The Banshee sold at the Outpost shop are available in only 3 color options, and that's all you get.
Wow.
Blue purple, orange red, and purple blue. Right. The perch is sold separately for $24.99, unlike the 20th anniversary Disney Animal Kingdom Banshee, which is included.
Nice.
According to cast members, this is a test run to see how well they sell outside of Pandora, the World of Avatar. And just because they're not from the World of Avatar, they'll probably still sell. That's just my own thought.
Yeah.
Currently, there are 10 color variants for the Banshee toy, 12 if you include the 20th anniversary one and the upcoming Pandora 1st anniversary one.
Wow.
Jeez.
They make it complicated.
While all of them are available at Wind Traders, the blue purple and purple blue variants are also available both at the Outpost shop and online at shopdisney.com. The original, the orange red variant is also available at the Outpost shop And green, yellow, red, blue, and yellow green are available at shopdisney.com.
These are not cheap either, right?
No, they're not. They're like 25 something a pop, and then another $25 for the little stand.
Oh, I thought they were closer to like 49.
You're probably right.
49 or 59 or something like that.
And isn't the little stand we're talking about the little purse that you put underneath your shirt?
No, I think that's for when you want to put it.
Oh, on a surface
table, yeah, for display.
A place to live.
Yeah, display purpose.
Wouldn't you buy a cage for it? And this is my Banshee Herman.
I would buy a garbage pail.
We're the worst. We're the worst.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, the big news this weekend, John.
Yeah, let's call it news.
Yeah. Is that the Whispering Canyon Cafe is kind of going quiet.
Shh.
No, he's over there.
Don't disturb the high-paying guests.
That's right. So the no more ketchup at the Whispering Canyon Cafe, along with other shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
That's what the show is. Really.
This is the podcast of shenanigans.
Right.
I'm making T-shirts.
So the Whispering Canyon Cafe is stopping their shenanigans that have been floating around the social media the last couple of days. But it was conjecture until the official WDW Today account replied to somebody's inquiry. And it goes something like this.
And I quote.
Yes. If you're not familiar with the shenanigans, cast members are wisecracking waitstaff who make sure their guests get what's coming to them when they ask for ketchup or refills. If you ask for ketchup, your server will yell, "Ketchup!" to all the other servers, and then you wind up with all the ketchup bottles in the building on your table.
It's the
same with refills. So if you ask for refills, they'll start with the regular glass, and then you get the big 5-gallon glass with the 2 straws in it.
Yep.
So it's all these kind of things that makes the Whispering Canyon Cafe. It's part of the entertainment.
Right.
It's a meal and a show.
Yes.
It's meal and entertainment.
It was anyway.
Yeah. We know not all the shenanigans are stopping, but most of the favorites are. I think, like I said earlier, the pony race will stay. I think that they're going to keep that. The people there really weren't saying a lot when I was there on Sunday. They were just saying, well, there's going to be some changes. Mm-hmm. They weren't saying, really what was coming and what was going.
Right.
But there's a lot of speculation and conjecture on the internet. So, just stay tuned for more. We talked about in our Patreon show, what a good solution for this problem would be.
Yeah. Is
just swap it with Trails End, move Trails End to Whispering Canyon Cafe, and Whispering Canyon Cafe to where Trails End is.
Right. Trails End would become a pure buffet.
Yeah.
Like at Whispering Canyon, it would just be a buffet. And then you could have all the crazy shenanigans over at Trails End, which ties in nicely, we think, to the Hoop to Do review.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So there's
Then you have all the shenanigans in one building.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So let's talk about now the world of color.
The wonderful world of colors.
It's returning to California Adventure on June 22. Back in April, as part of the Pixar Fest began, and the Paint the Night took over. The parade route in Disney's California Adventure. Paradise Bay went dark, and the World of Color went on hiatus. I also think they were doing some upgrades during that too, from what I read.
Yeah, from what I heard.
Meanwhile, construction has continued on Pixar Pier, so rumors were strong that the popular nighttime spectacular will be returning in time for the opening of Pixar Pier. But today, park hours for June 22nd were released, and the return of World of Color.
Yay!
So while hours beyond June 22nd have not been released, for that day, the Paint the Night will be performed at 8:50 p.m., and then World of Color will be at 10:15 p.m. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be sad if you went all the way out there and you didn't get World of Color.
Yeah. Well, World of Color or Paint the Night, one of the two.
I
prefer both.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen and to watch. We do a live show every Monday night at 8 p.m. Facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. You can join in the chat room like our friends here, and maybe it'll be a night like tonight. We're going to do a live Q&A after the show. And we're going to have some fun with that. Try to do some call-in stuff as well. We'll get to some of the questions in the chat room after this, but we want to make sure you come live Monday nights, Eastern Time, Facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. You can also find us at Twitter at Disney Podcaster, but make sure you come to DisneyParksPodcast.com. You can check out all of our articles. You can check out our show archives, links to amazing sponsors, and that's really how you can find Tony's site, my site, our books, and everything that we have there available for you. Outside of that, buddy, is there anything else you want to add?
Yes. Robin reminded me of this. Don't forget to go to DisneyByTheNumbers.com. We have a Pixar hat for sale this month. $20. One size fits most. Nice little Pixar hat that you can wear with your Toy Story Land shirt if you got one around the Toy Story Land.
Pixar in the front and a ball in the back, right?
Yep. So don't forget to do that over at DisneyByTheNumbers.com.
All right. With that, my friends, we will see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees